Today I want to talk about self-regulation with the Montessori peace shelf. In primary, you will have become familiar with the Montessori peace table. But in elementary, we want to extend that a little bit beyond just a table to have more resources for our older children, but also to move away from the idea that the peace table is for reconciliation between two people, whereas the peace shelf can be a reconciliation of your own inner goings on. So in my classroom, this is my peace shelf. Ideally, I wish it was bigger because there's so much on here already and it doesn't leave me space to put on new things. And when it comes to the peace shelf, I'm very hesitant to take things off because I never know which child it's reaching because I see them being used all the time. So we're going to go through the peace shelf and talk about the necessity of allowing children space, resources, and opportunity to self-regulate, to get in touch with their emotions, to figure out who they are and who they want to be and who they're becoming. So on the top, you'll see my shelf is fully set up with things that are calming, peaceful, and helping to bring back a sense of peace to the child. So starting in the far corner, I have my Buddha board. The children can sit quietly here and paint. And I encourage them to breathe as it disappears. We have the peace stick in our community. We share the talking stick and the history behind the peace stick. I often periodically have other books here about peace. I like to make sure that there is some natural elements here. And then lastly, we get to the spot that is all about meditation and listening to that inner voice. I just recently came across this beautiful little water fountain, which I am so in love with. The sound of it is so calming, and it has an on-off switch so the children can use it as they so wish. They also really love filling it up with water. Anytime you can incorporate water into peace and regulation activities, you are definitely going to reach home for most children. So then also here we have the singing bowl, which the children love to take and ring. We have yoga cards, as well as empty essential oil bottles that there's nothing in here, so they can just take them and smell them, and encourages deep inhaling and exhaling. Little Zen garden. And the book A Handful of Quiet, definitely one of my favorites with the stones that can go with A Handful of Quiet, full of different kinds of meditation for children. So the way this works is the children come and sit at the shelf. They are welcome to set a timer if someone else has asked for the space. If not, they're welcome just to sit here in an unspecified amount of time. Along the bottom of the shelf, those are our virtue project, our virtue program resources. And under the shelf are where I keep the meditation cushion that they can sit on when they visit the shelf. And then their birthday timelines, because I have found that it is very peaceful and calming for children to look at other children as well, including themselves. So we have timelines here for the people in our classroom that they are welcome to look at. On the ends of the shelf, I have quieting headphones, one on each side. They can take them and use them in the classroom as they work for silencing, or they can use them here. So I invite the children to come and sit here and spend time reconnecting with themselves. Of course, they can take away the yoga cards and use those in a separate space to allow the shelf to be open for other people. So interesting enough, often in Montessori, you will hear people say, take the work to a table, take the work to a table. But as I love to teach the children, breaking rules is necessary and important. And that's a whole other topic. And they know all about that, of which I talk to them very periodically about rules and rule breaking. But breaking the rules is important. And so here, they're welcome to sit at the peace shelf, the only shelf in the classroom that they can sit and work at. It is their zone to calm down, to reinvigorate, to refresh, to renew, to relax. It is their space. and I encourage them to use it in that way. So this is my piece shelf. It's always evolving. Like I said, I wish I had a larger shelf so I could add more and more. And in elementary, there's no need of worrying about overwhelming the child. They know how to use these resources. It's not too much for them. I encourage you at this difficult time to do the exact same thing at home. Create a peace area in your home. It can be a corner with comfy cushions and anything you can scrounge up that you find is peaceful. I found this little water fountain for $3 at the secondhand shop. Things are around, things are available, people are getting rid of things. Use what you have in your home. Sometimes a nice cassette player or CD player if you're truly old school, with a set of headphones to just sit and relax in a peaceful way. The most important thing is that whether you set up a peace corner, peace shelf, peace table, regardless, is that you treat it with the respect of peace that it deserves. So if someone is there, they're left alone to be with themselves unless they request otherwise. It is not a play space. It is not a place to create games and new ideas and activities. It is a place to be with yourself. And teaching that is really important to teaching strong, capable individuals who understand their mental health and well-being, and that means, in this stage, their emotions. So I hope that helps seeing my piece shelf, and if you have any questions, please let me know.